Let's go over finding the mean if we're given a table of values. So we are given a table that shows different absences and how many students had each number of absences. So for example, one student had one absence, one had two, three students had three absences, and so on. So if we want to find the mean number of absences, one thing we could do is we could write these all out. So we have 1, 1, 1, 2, we have 3 threes, 2 students were absent 4 times, 2 students were absent 5 times, and 1 student was absent 6. So we could add these up and divide by the number of students. So we have 1 plus 1 is 2, plus another 3 students is 5, plus another 2 students is 7, plus another 2 is 9, plus another 1, we have 10 students altogether. So just like we would normally do, add these up, divide by 10, and we could get the mean number of absences. But there's actually a little bit of an easier way, because maybe we had 100 students here, 210 here, 211, and so on. It's going to get pretty big. So we're not going to want to write out, 300 and something numbers here. So instead what we could do is we could find a total in the column, make a new column of total absences for each one. So there was one student who had one absence, so just put a 1 here. One student was absent twice, so we have 2. 3 students were absent 3 times, so altogether here there's 9 absences. 2 students were absent 4 times, so this will account for 8 absences total. 2 students were absent 5 times, so we have 10 absences altogether. And 1 student was absent 6 times, so that's 6. Now you could find the sum of these, and that would be the same as if we added all of these up individually. So when we add these, we do 1 plus 2 plus 9 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6. We'll end up with 36. Okay, and then still there are 10 students. We found that by adding up this column down here. So we do 36 divided by 10, and we get that the mean is 3.6. So again, we could figure out the mean by listing each of these, however many times they show up, adding it up, and then dividing by the number of students. Or we could just find a total for each of these rows. So this row accounts for 1 absence, this for 2 absences, this for 9 absences, and so on. Add those up, but still divide by the number of students, 10. An error that a lot of students make is that they don't divide by 10 here. Instead they see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and they divide by 6. But that's not correct. We have to divide by the number of students, which is 10.